background going here. I don't know why Mr. Rumble is not working here. Got everything copied correctly. Well, we're gonna have to try them tomorrow then. This begins streaming by October 1st, 9:54 a.m. Don't think that's right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is in the world you're coming to us from. Welcome to DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. So glad to be hosting another episode of DYOR Live. That's right, I've said it twice. I said DYOR Live twice. I wing that opening episode every time now. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to everybody that's watching the show here on X, on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Trying to get the Rumble feed started today, but it didn't quite work out. Let me get the let's see which feed running here. Well, that's weird. Because I didn't retweet it, Thomas. Come on. Keep forgetting we're streaming. We're streaming under the on X under the DYOR brand, as they say. And I don't always get it all going. But anyway, yes, most of you noticed this is where point in the show where I usually advertise my co-host Pedro Garcia over here. And Pedro is running late today. So I thought I'd get the show started for Meme Coin Monday. For Meme Coin Monday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Meme coins are once again, I shouldn't say once again, I should say for the continuing their charge and holding up lots of valuation in the Bitcoin, in the cryptocurrency markets. And everyone thinks that they're going to reach a point where they just die off. And then as soon as that happens, meme coins swoon for what seems like 5 seconds. And then they boom again. And as we get closer to Pumptober and Upvember and all these other months, meme coins are going crazy again. And last week we talked about, I think it was AI Wolf brought up the hungry hippo here. MooDeng. It turns out it's a hippopotamus from Thailand, a baby hippopotamus that was born, and now it's got a $250 million market cap. Can it hit $1 billion? We're going to talk about that today. Still not wondering why my waiting for stream edit. Settings. Good morning. I hear somebody in my ear here. Hey, we're on the air, Pedro. 12:15 today. Is that the normal time? 12:15. We didn't push it. Anyway, just getting started here. We got to start a little late waiting for you. Oh, come on, no. No. Hey, I did, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on the air early today. Thank you very much for joining us, everyone. Hey, you know what I did is I copied the time from the previous one, so it's pretty complicated to write that 12:30. Might as well bring you on the air while I talk to you here. Ladies and gentlemen, I got Pedro Garcia in the house. And I sent him a thing, and I sent everybody else out on the great Telegram world and Twitter world and all that, saying that we started at 12:30. Anyway, we're here. That's all that counts. Troublesome asks, are my parents safe? Yes, they are. They were on the other side of Florida, on the Gulf side, on the Atlantic side, and they did lose power for about 8 hours, I think. But Dad's got one of those monster generators. It runs the air conditioning. It runs the whole house and all that type of stuff. So all is good on that. Thanks for joining us, Troublesome. Right, Pedro, I'm going to turn your mic off a sec while you get sorted here. You're, just so you know, you're probably on mute. I stopped hearing you a while ago. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just give us a second while we get Pedro here. And also, I don't see his chart up on the wall here, so that means I've got something up here. Give us a second while we figure that out. Go right to Pedro's. Yeah, you're in the background there, Pedro. I got you. Hey, it's Monday. It's not only meme coin. It's Gaff Monday. All right, looks like Pedro's feed isn't right. All right, so that's I got the wrong. I hate when it does this. Right electron here. That should be Pedro's screen. There we go. And I gotta switch over to Pedro Cam really quickly. See if. Oh, I'm here. All right. Nice and early. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got us. Sorry for the dark screen there. Pinto is in the house. Pinto, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Matt Rhodes in the house. Ooh, that's Crypto Mike's in the house. Matt Rhodes, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Crypto Mike, I'd give you the O Canada right now, but it's not going well this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Not going well at all. As I was saying, Chris Pinto, welcome for joining the show from GSB. Crypto Mike, yes, I muted myself, but not anymore. Crypto OG says the GSB army is here, and if the GSB army is here for Meme Coin Monday, that means we're going to talk about them and get them on the show and all that. Pedro, you having problems there? Ooh. Cool. All right, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring Pedro Garcia into the house. Pedro, I've had your mic off. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, the palm of his hand. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Pedro Garcia. I've got him up there twice now. Oh, it's Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Monday. Da, da, da,
greatest song ever.
Monday. Ever. Means everything I thought I had set up technically, which I didn't change anything from Thursday. It still got out of whack.
It happens, you know. Sometimes it's the way it rolls. Then you can really do about it. You know. I got up to shave and do all this stuff, and my little shaver thing decided I didn't want to shave anymore. You know, it was like $20, but I'm sitting there going like, oh, well,
a $20 shaver.
Mm-hmm.
What's a $20 shaver? Do they work?
Yeah, you know what? It did for a long time, but that was when $20 was like $50. You know, that was like almost like 7 years ago. So. You know, after it was before COVID, I bought it. It was right before.
Crypto Mike says my pick of the day is SPX 6900. That's another one that's booming on the market today. Pedro, I saw that last week that AI Wolf brought us
yes.
Meme Dong. or MooDeng.
Meme dong. Yeah. MooDeng.
MooDeng.
MooDeng. Yeah.
MooDeng, who happens to be a little not elephant, a hippopotamus from a Thailand zoo.
Yep.
It went crazy. Went absolutely crazy. It's at $250 million market cap now.
It did.
It did.
And when we looked at it, I think it was at, what was it? You said $250 million, right? Not $250 million.
Right. $250 million.
Yeah, I think it was sitting at, it was like 20,000 or 20 million, 15 million. Pedro is burning.
You had your red light on when he posted.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yes, the red light therapy. If y'all haven't messed with that yet, you guys need to learn about it, because I tell you, that thing, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing, man. If you got a bad back, one thing that I mess with is I do some what do you call the swinging or the hanging thing, where you just hold and you hang, let your body just decompress for about a minute. Seriously, dude, I'm just shocked, man, how good it feels. And then I come hit the red light and it's game on.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently we are live on Rumble. I tried to get it going in some kind of organized fashion, and it did. I don't know how long Rumble takes to start, but it took a while. I'm going to try and bring up the comments from Rumble to see if we can get any comments on Rumble.
Snaps, dude. Look at that.
Would really appreciate anyone watching on Rumble, or my right-leaning donut operator T-shirt just for the Rumble crowd today, if we can get anyone over there. So we're gonna see if that works or not, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, while I'm investigating this, Pedro, and for those of you joining us on Rumble, what we do here is we talk about digital asset markets, cryptocurrencies, and everything involved with that. What are you laughing at, Pedro?
Dude, I was gonna turn on this I was gonna go on to the X platform and share it and do all the stuff that we normally would do prior show, and then what got me was this right here. Read that real quick.
Hold on, I got that 5-second delay here before I can switch screens.
Oh yeah.
What does Pedro's thing have to say here? I've got a dig Bic.
And then go, you thought, what is it? You that read wrong? And then go, you read that wrong too? Because we all
sure did.
God, it was good. It was good. That's why I started laughing.
Did.
Good old Elon, always good for a good laugh, man. He's a hoot. But it's been really. How was your weekend, man? How are things? How was your weekend?
It was so good. I don't even really remember what the hell I did the whole weekend here.
Oh wow, that's a good thing. That is actually a very good thing, because that means then that you had an enjoyed life.
I did. You know what is I'm going to tell you what's an amazing thing, because you've been listening to me for a while. Everyone knows I like to engage in the various different kinds of bourbon and judge them and all that type of stuff. And I'm on day 4 now of not even drinking at all. Never mind, just not bourbon, not a beer, not a gin and tonic, nothing. And it started out simply because on Thursday, I had a little, we'll call it a stomach issue. We'll say a 24-hour thing that apparently raced through this whole town that I'm in right now here in Canada. And so I'm not feeling that well, and I was like, well, I'm not going to add alcohol to the mix to screw that up. And so then I got to Friday night, and I was like, nah, You know, I'm tired. I'm still messed up from that. And then Saturday night, I'm like, hey, I've got 2 nights in a row here. I haven't done that in a while. Let's do it. And so then all of a sudden, here I am a couple of days later. And man, am I craving an old-fashioned right now.
Oh, wow.
I got the Jones. I'm like, woo! But
and
I'm already getting slimmer after 4 days of it.
Yeah, it's amazing, dude. When you cut out that, what's the word I want to use? The extra sugar and alcohol. It's amazing how your body goes, oh, I can lose weight. You know, it's
exactly.
it's. I mean, and just so you know, like Tom is definitely not an alcoholic. He just enjoys good.
The evening, it's a cocktail hour. Evening cocktail hour.
Yeah. And so sometimes he's down at the pub with his daughter and they're just talking and hanging out, and I'll call in and be like, hey, what's up, dude? And he'd be like, oh, I'm at what do you call him? A little striking. That's what it is. Striking et.
Striking et, right.
That's what you call her. Miss Striking et. No, that.
I've got the welcome everyone on Rumble.
Yep. Boom. Look at that, my peoples. Nice.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Hopefully they will take to the
airways.
Take to the message boards and contribute to this unbelievable conversation that we've started this Monday off. It's so exciting.
I just can't.
That we have almost nobody is commenting on our regular YouTube stream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. There we are. And dude, so last time we talked, we had streamed from here on the crypto swamp things, which was really dope, I thought. You know, and it looks like it was a decent push. You know, we had the community really kind of help support that and really push that. And I think it was a great conversation, by the way, of the almost potential governor of Virginia conversation with him. And
that was good with Ken Cuccinelli.
Yeah, I just thought that was great, man. And watching the community get behind that and really do just a great job. I literally thought to myself, like, what a great, like, I love the fact that we were actually able to like produce something and really kind of get it going and watch our community kind of get behind it. So I just want to say thank you to our community for it. You guys, we just really appreciate it. We really kind of want to see that show really kind of do well, because we see a lot of the other talking heads out there, right, that talk, but really don't really go into the details and don't really bring on, I mean, actually, let me phrase this. Actually, there's a few of them out there. I would say that Bankless is one of them that really kind of go into a lot of the what's going on in Washington, but they don't really necessarily have an inside scoop on things. They just talk about, okay, these are policies that are happening, much like what we do, but they have an exorbitant amount of influence, or not influencers, but views. Whereas with these guys offer the same type of thing, but really kind of go more in depth, because just they're literally the Washington talking heads that really help us, and they really kind of give us a good insight of what is actually happening in the market, in relationship in Washington. And so we really want to see this podcast or show really kind of get big. And so I just want to say thank you to the whole entire community, and just thank you for that. And by the way, while we're still here, I don't know if you already did this or not, but ask everybody to like, share, and sub for the show. And while you're at it, please create a little post into your preferred social media platforms, whether you want to go with the Zuckerberg or the Musk with his dig Bic and comment, or if you want to just go over to YouTube and just make a couple comments and hit that like. We really do appreciate that. That helps.
Welcome,
so
Alpha Wolf.
What's up?
Crypto has joined us. Thank you very much.
Yes, that man can move. But want to thank you for the Moo Deng little stuff, and that thing started exploding. And dude, you got it. You brought it. You brought it to the Breakfast Club, man.
You're behind us, Pedro, with that chart.
Oh no. Okay. Let me pull that here real quick for you guys.
Facebook Zuckerberg.
Let me put that here right here. So that's better. So you got it. I mean, you brought this to the Breakfast Club all the way down here, man. That is impressive. Listen, that is impressive. I think when you brought it to the community, what was the price tag at the time? Because I mean, you brought it to us at a lower price as well. So I mean, it was just kind of starting this move here. You know, this is Monday. Let me make sure that I got this correct. I just want to make sure.
I don't remember if we talked about it on Thursday's show or on Friday full rant. I don't remember.
No, I think it was during Thursday's show. It was during Thursday's show. He came in and did a great job, and I believe this is it. It's doing a little bit of a pullback here. So this was Monday. This is Sunday, Saturday,
so it
Friday.
Created Thursday. A lot of millionaires. I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of articles out there how $800 got turned into 7 million and this kind of stuff. So there's some sell pressure on that.
Yeah, well, it's gonna happen. I mean,
we got in at 0.06.
0.06, bro. Look at that. It got all the way up to 34. So 0.06. So 6 cents. All right. So we saw a nice little, and we're seeing a pullback.
15x for you?
Yeah, not a bad thing. I think you got it with 20 bucks.
15x. No, not a.
No, it was 5.
7x.
5 or 6.
5x, 5, 6, 7x.
Yeah, because 36 cents, you know. You got it at 0.6, and there you go.
Crypto Mike says, my new room. I saw some post of yours about a new Telegram room. Are you ditching your old one and making a new one? What's the story there, Crypto Mike?
Talk to us, Goose. While he's doing that, but I do want to do a quick little analysis on this. All right, guys. So look, you can see that we are seeing definitely a pickup in the buyers. Okay, boom. And then we saw a nice little pullback. It's pulling back into our area right here of that the 8 period moving average on MooDeng. Look, I think this is really important to pay attention to on this point. So if you want to get in, you can get in right in here while we come up and tap this 8 period moving out. We already tapped it here. And then what I would look for is, and let me pull this up. 8. So this is the 8 period moving, or 8 period, 8 hour chart here. We're coming down into this level here. And I believe, when was this? This was the 27th. I think I put this in on Friday.
Good morning, Jesus, and you chumbalones and chumbalinas. Thanks for joining us. And crypto blessings from the Lord himself.
Oh, what's up, Jesus? Good to see you, bud. So we're coming down into this area here, and we're seeing a decrease in seller pressure. So these are just people who are coming and they're selling it, they're catching their profit. But if you look, we're seeing a descend, a fall on that. So that's actually a good sign, saying like people are taking profit. There are a couple areas you can take, get in again on. You got that 20 cent and 16 cent area here, and which is that 8 daily moving average. And then down here we have at the 7 cent as well as your 4 cent area, pull back into that area. And again, this is a pure meme coin. Okay, so we can see some volatility here. And
note the red going on right now.
Yes, but here's the thing: the red that I want to post here is at a small junction point, meaning I think people are just really taking profit here. I think they're waiting for $1 billion market cap with this. This is a worldwide phenomena. This is going to draw in your mom, your dad. You're like, who made? How did it? It's like a wild card. It's like a lottery ride ticket. You're like, come on, we'll just throw in another $20, $30 and see what happens. So I think when it comes down into these lower levels, I'm pretty sure we'll see a nice little pump again, and then potentially another higher high. But these are the things that you could do. So this is the lower level here at that 6 cent area, as well as the 4 cent mark area. And then in additionally to that, right here you can see us playing off the 3 cent and 1 cent area also. So potentially we could see a pullback and then an accumulation and then another push. We've seen this with Brett, we saw this with Shiba Inu, we saw this with many other. And as that organization gathers together and we start to see the meme coin madness and the religiosity that comes into this, I'd expect to see some good pumpage here off of this coin.
AI Wolf said there is more alpha.
Oh snap!
Moo Deng. That might throw off your, might delay the coming back to those levels by a unnecessary pump by rumor, innuendo.
Oh, what is the
or,
rumors
FOMO.
going on? What is going on?
I don't know. I think. Just. Oh, let me check here.
All right, so I just gave you some more alpha in your Telegram. He's gonna pull that up.
Oh, it's not regarding this project. It's another one. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's from Sharequin in my community. Okay.
Shark.
Shark. Oh yeah, I see it. There you go, Shark. The French K. Is that French, right?
I think he's just being cute about how to pronounce it.
This
Spell the
Shark.
name, Shark.
Shark. Whatever. I'm trying to sound French and I sound like an idiot. Here we go. Alrighty then.
All you gotta do is pretend you're smoking and go.
There we go.
That's it.
No offense to my French
That's
friends.
all you gotta do. I can actually see French Quebec out the window in front of me here. I literally can see it. And it's lined with people doing this. We are not French. We are Canadian.
Canadian.
I'm like, no, you're French.
You're French. Here
Garçon.
we go. Garçon.
Not how that's spelled,
Hello,
but we got you.
Garçon.
Garçon.
Hello, Garçon.
Orange whip. Orange whip. 3 orange whip.
Hello. Every time I think of Garçon, I always think of the little
There's no Frenchie on this channel, Crypto G. Crypto G. No. Even though I can see Quebec from here.
So
remember, I'm American, so my second language is as I call restaurant Mexican.
Restaurant Mexicano. There we go. Okay, so check this out now.
Which is not Spanish by any means. Let's get that clear.
It very much could be. Oh, yeah. Doom, 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 doom. Man, look at that, man. Even on the smaller time frames, man, look, you can see that you're starting to, I mean,
cheese omelet. Okay, there's some French here, but
I'm all about that cheese, dude. Give me that cheese, bro.
I don't know. That looks pretty good. It looks like it doesn't look like the sell-offs are massive, or either that or they got the. Remember when we looked at it, their liquidity was a little light. It was like 10% or something. No, not 10%. It was like 1%. Something really low. And no, maybe they got that up.
Liquidity is 3 mil on a 214 million market cap. So,
it's 314 million market cap now.
Sorry, 214 million.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it was like 220 last time I looked. I was like, Jesus, I don't even see any green candles.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. So sometimes they just like pow. It's funny. I was in the middle of a corn trade, and so today they had some major news, and I kind of keep an eye on these commodities because they kind of rule our world. And I was looking at corn, and so there's a major report that came out that basically just talked about, less corn, market go boom, and boom as in go up, and so I was on the right side because I got in on Friday, and so I was managing that because the major report that came out today, it was kind of the final one. And I was sitting there just going like, oh my goodness, yes! And then the market started coming against me, and I was like, no! Because it was like, that's, all of a sudden you get a lot of buyers coming in, which I always talk about, right? This Moo Deng could be a potential major play in relationship to,
it's moving up that CMC chart really quickly. Even though Crypto Mike claims to be in French a large grapefruit. I think that's what Pampamou is.
Pampamou is. So.
No, we didn't buy any Moo Deng. Pedro and I have been not buying stuff lately for no good reason. Really, no good reason. We haven't been in the market, and we should be. It's becoming Pumptober and Upvember and stuff like that. So we got to start thinking about that. Pedro's doing that thing where he looks out the side of his eyes again instead of moving his head.
Would you say I look like a demon?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like I'm all possessed.
I was giving Pedro grief a couple of weeks ago because now that he's on live, when you're not on live and it's just your voice, you can sit in your robe and look at all. And Pedro has 93 screens and all this type of stuff, and so he has information all over the place.
I literally do.
And so he'll be on camera, and he'll think that his head needs to stay looking at the camera while he checks out other information.
Yeah. Yep, and that can't happen.
It's like he's doing the Susanna Hoffs walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian.
It's fun.
So I'm like, Pedro, move your head. Look natural.
Yeah, you look like a weirdo. Stop it. So.
All right, before we get more into other meme coins here and hitting GSB and Kendu, I promised the guys from Kendu we'd look at their chart today too. Let's look at Bitcoin and find out what's going on with Bitcoin right now. It's not looking so great, but in the short term, but in the long term, as always, kind of looks fine.
Yeah, let's check it out here real quick. BTC here. So BTC came up, hit our zone area that we talked about, and it's really interesting. So we came up, hit our zone, and like I said, I was telling you guys we were going over this. I said I didn't know where it's going to come and find resistance and support because I expected it to be right here. We saw the sell-off come in. Then we had another zone, I believe, right here. Yeah, this is what it was. This is what it was. And then we had the 200 period. So we came in, saw a little sell, but it ate through all of this supply. And so because there was so many sellers coming in at these levels, the institutions were definitely taking advantage of those sellers. And so they were coming in and they were buying. So when you have sellers that are dominant within a area, the institutions will step in and take the other side. And then what happens is, then they flip it around. So they're going to bring it back down, and these sellers are going to get mad because they're going to, this is when they start to buy, right? Because they're like, okay, it's coming back down. I was destroyed on this here. I'm going to go back up, and then this is when they start to screw with them. So I would expect to see. So there are a couple things here for today, and we'll go into the week here and the end of the month here. So we at the beginning of the month we talked about how I'd expect to see us come back down and then come back up, right? And you can see how we hit that 8-period moving average right here. Now this is key. We've got to close above this 8-period moving average. All right. Our volume for the month wasn't as good as it was last month. We had a lot more. We didn't say have a lot more sellers, but we had more sellers than buyers. So this is why I'm kind of negative on a Bumptober, or what do they call it? A Pumptober.
Pumptober and Upvember or something like that.
Yeah. So is it Droptober and Up November? Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Yeah. Either way, what I'm saying though is that when I'm looking at this market, I'm expecting us to see us hit this area here as you look, and now we're coming. If we close below that 8-period, on the on the BTC USD is sitting on the monthly chart 63,916. We need to see this close above it. If it doesn't close above it and we go up in the beginning of the month, they're going to drop the market by the end of the month. Mark my words. So make sure that we're paying attention. We don't get suckered in. And if it does go up, we're looking to we'll go long, right? Like an inner time frame, we'll go long. But then as it starts to show weakness, get ready for the short, because I'd expect to see it come back down and close at these lows of the 50,000 area, 50, 60,000-ish area. At these lower markers. Okay, so this is important. So you can see here, you can look at the volume on the month. We were higher last month, and then the previous month we had more buyers sitting there as well. So this is where I'm seeing the volume kind of drop off. Come on, please be cool. You can see how we're seeing in the last 6 months, we've had a drop in volume at these higher levels. So that's why I'm definitely more bearish still. I've got to see a pickup in volume, right? And that's where I think that's why I'm expecting to see us to drop off. And it all depends realistically on who gets in office, because ultimately, ultimately, it really is what's happening in Washington. It really is, because that's where we're going to see the legislation come in and pro crypto movements when it comes to the markets and what we're seeing. So it's hard. Again, this is, if Trump gets in office, boom, because that means supply is going to dry up in Bitcoin, because that means the US economy is, or much of our tax dollars are going to go into buying crypto, and so creating a reserve, and then that supply is going to get eaten up by the US. And if that happens, then a lot of other institutions, big banks, other large countries out there are going to be buying crypto as well. So it's important to pay attention to what we're seeing. And this is why we have the crypto swamp creatures talking about all the stuff that's happening here, right? Because they have a lot more knowledge than what we do. So anyways, that's what I'm expecting here on the monthly, because we're coming up to the end of the month. We want to understand what's going on into the next month. Let's check out the weekly here. The weekly here is really important to pay attention to as well. You can see here that we didn't really put a supply wick up here. So I'd expect us to see us at least come in and try. So that's for the beginning of this week. We're doing a nice little sell-off. We got 2 junction points that we could potentially see. As it comes down, we see a bounce off of this 20 period moving average that we talked about last week. The nice part behind it is we did play between this area of that 200 period for the majority of the week, and at the end of the week we saw it close above the 200 on the daily. Obviously this is the weekly, and the designate that 200 was the pink line right here that you saw me draw, which was here right online. So I said we needed to close above this. If we were going to see a rally up into next week, I'd want to see us close above that, which we did. So we got 2 junction points. We went down for the first part of the week, and typically what do we see when we are looking for the market? We want to see it go down first at the beginning of the week, right, where it creates that demand wick. Then we see it find support, typically on the weekly chart, which is going to be on the 8 period or that 20 period sitting right here. So I'm engaging right here what's actually happening. So I'm expecting us to see a sell-off down into these lower levels, and potentially that 62,008, or see it come back down to that 60,000 area to find support, and then to see it rally into the week. That's what I'm expecting, because of those one primary reason: there's no wick up here. Okay, then what it does towards the end of the week, I would expect it to see it create another top wick here, which we would see a sell-off. So these are good things. The fact is that I hope some of you guys took advantage of the supply wick here, where we saw it come in for a few days and we saw the sell-off for today. So let me see what that risk to reward would be.
What may that be? Just to let you know, we just had our first official viewer on Rumble.
Oh snaps! What's up? A viewer. We actually got somebody. Rock the mic.
They didn't comment, but I saw the view thing click up on the panel behind the screen. So somebody tuned in on Rumble. Thank you very much. Obviously, our show is not geared towards the Rumble crowd, but I am testing the live streaming there and just that platform in general, because as you've seen us expand our show repertoire here, I think it would be a good platform to run the Crypto Swamp Creatures podcasts on there. And let you know, there's going to be 3 new episodes this week.
Oh, dude, they're pumping them out, dude.
They did 3 short 20-minute ones instead of 1 long hour-long one.
I like it.
Yep. So one will be coming out Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday after our show, and I won't hype it up as I did last time to get that first one, but it'll be a regular scheduled time, and we'll see how they do.
We'll see. Now, but the key is, I'm definitely going to be watching it, because they give such great content, man, that it's just like, it makes sense. Why would you not want to pay attention to that? So, all right. So you can see here that once we saw it close below or get below this area, this is where you would then want to reduce your risk to this right here. And then, but starting off, we were looking for the pullback down into these lower levels. So that would have been about a 4-to-1. risk to reward ratio that we saw it come back down to, which is nice. But you can see we're actually starting to pick up a little steam here on this daily. Now, granted, this is Monday, so we're seeing a lot of orders come in, but to push it down at the first day, right? Or not the first day, but the first day of the week, where you got, you know, the CME coming in. They got orders that, you know, they've gotten from the their clients, and, you know, like people like Tom Cruise wanting to buy Bitcoin.
I think Taylor Swift was buying also.
Swifty, or even Mr. Beast.
I think the Kansas City Chiefs were definitely definitely buying or selling or staying out of the market. You don't know which one, but they're definitely doing one of those three. And I think Dave Portnoy was and is not and never will be on our channel, is not gonna, but might buy, but may never. And it probably, everything I said is gibberish anyway, but definitely Portnoy,
Dave, and Swifties, Mr. Beast, Swifties. They potentially could be, but may not be. Also, Tom Cruise. We're just in the algorithm there, so just in case if y'all want.
Matt Rhodes says, newsflash, Fed's Bostic says he's open to another 50-point interest rate cut in November.
Yep.
Well, some of the people in the Fed are open to, you know, to bring it back down to zero. But fortunately, the panel at large and Jerome himself are like, not so fast, guys. Alpha Wolf laughs at, yes, we're on Rumble today. We're doing a little trying to capture a little different crowd, but just practicing really for the Swamp Creature guys. And we are live on Twitch as always. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you need to multitask on your mobile device and you don't subscribe to YouTube Premium, and you put YouTube in the background, YouTube shuts off the audio, those bastards. But you can always switch over to Twitch and the Twitch app, and you can listen to us while you do like Space Cat and work out or do whatever, or hide from your boss. And then you can still multitask on your phone while listening to us. Yes, that's right, Asus. Let's get it to Rumble!
Oh, that is so
We'll get a copyright claim for that, for sure. That guy is ruthless on...
Dude. They do not play.
It's not the wrestling people. It's just that announcer guy. He's copyrighted. He's trademarked it. He's word marked it. He's sound marked it.
Yeah.
His lawyers go after you. Oh, you're right. This is going down today.
What's up?
So my Bitcoin chart was just going down even more.
Yeah, you're shorting?
I was thinking about it. I was waiting to listen to you.
Oh, well, you know you have carte blanche to call me at any time to find out, right?
No, but I was talking about doing a show trade. You know,
I gotcha. Well, it all depends on what's going to happen as we come back down into this area here. So we could stay short, right? Let's check out the hour. And let's check out the...
See, that's why I added the rumbly.
That's funny, dude. That is killing me. All right, so this is 8. Came in. 1, 2, 3.
Should have shorted it when I woke up this morning. I heard someone say, short it when you put your shorts on. I was like, that's not proper trading strategy.
I mean, either way, dude, I think that, you know, I've heard guys who literally, I mean, they actually don't do this because they're not successful. Never mind.
Anyway, welcome everyone joining us. I saw our numbers just pop up here on YouTube. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Make sure you drop a comment here. Today is the interactive day. It's Meme Coin Monday, meaning shill your project, raid us with your community. People that bring the viewers get us to do your chart on the air. And then you can use the chart in your social media, or use the video in your social media.
Absolutely. Now let's go over MooDeng again here real quick, because I wanted to go over so we know we're starting to see a little movement here. We're coming back down, and I didn't get to finish this off. We're coming back down into this daily 8 period. Okay. On top of that, so we have an inter time frame. This is an 8-hour zone here, but right below we have a daily zone as well. Okay, which is right here. So you can saw this one already traded off of this, so you guys could have gone in at this area here. I wish we could short. You know, it wouldn't be that hard to short these here.
How could we short? Pedro, did you just lead me right into an advertisement? For those of you not already subscribed up to our BidFi partner right here, use this QR code right below us, and you can learn to short the market with us. And you don't have to use a lot of money. I've got a trial account that I'm using right now just to demo for you guys. It has all of $40 in it. That's it. And I'm trading things like $4 and $5. A, to learn, but B, so I can have some demo money just to show you guys. But you can go in, use our thing, and learn how to short it. And if you don't do it, why not? Why not? It's free. And you get free money, 100 USDT if you deposit.
Absolutely.
100.
Hundos. You got some hundos there. I mean, that's a big deal, I feel like. You know, it's one of those things that could be cool. Oh, nice. I got a nice little LinkedIn sales email. Thank you for being an active member on LinkedIn. We'd like to offer you a 30-day free trial of LinkedIn Sales Navigator as a chance to experience its benefits first.
I get shit like that every day from them.
Yeah.
And my pen just exploded.
Oh.
Not like the ink exploding, like the spring sent the cap like...
I hate it when my spring explodes when I don't want it to.
Only Up is joining us, the Infineon crew. Let's go.
What's up, Infineon? You like how I did that, Infineon?
Pedro, let's hit some of the. Did you finish Moo Deng?
Yeah, let me finish this over here from Moo Deng. All right, so what I'm expecting seeing is we're definitely going to be coming down into these lower areas here. You can see how we're seeing the sellers kind of over the last 2-3 hours, 4 hours, kind of close their positions, and I'm expecting to see these lower levels here. So be looking for that 16 to 15 area here. Also, potentially that 6 cent and 4 cent too as well. Again, I do think that as it comes down into these lower levels, we're going to see a spring off of this, much like Tom's pen. Bing! And then in additionally to it, we're going to be so this is, and the reason why I'm pointing at this is look at the volume here. Okay, and then in addition to that, we're getting below these these other moving averages here. So it's going to act as more resistance as it goes down. But then it hits a higher time frame SMA, which will then make it go, woohoo, time to go up, or a higher time frame zone. So let's go ahead and move now on to the next meme coin. And many of you know what we kind of do. We kind of go right. And if any of you guys want us to check out any other meme coins, please do so. That's one of those things that we like to look at, you know, like other meme coins when it comes to, the local guys that are still building and waiting to get to MooDeng's By the way, who is the side of the MooDeng's meme coin?
All I know is that it's a baby hippopotamus that was just born in a zoo in Thailand.
Dude, it is cute though. I gotta admit, like,
It is pretty cute. I looked through a lot of the pictures.
Dude, have you seen the videos? Have you seen the videos of him or her? Excuse me.
No, I've just seen the pictures.
Oh, dude, you gotta do the videos. It's like, and they go to pet it, and it's like, and so you're just like, oh, and it's like a fat like baby with those cheeks. You just want to go, oh, what is the cheeks so cute? You know, it sounds like a weirdo. But either or, let's check out some of these other coins out here that are popping like it's hot. I actually want to go down in the near 100 meme coins here and see what we could check out and play with.
One of the ones I need to look over for me at some point, not right now,
yes,
other than GSB and Kendu, is Nero, and see if that's still rolling. And then I've got one other one that Zach had been talking about the other day. Let's see if that thing is still rolling.
Let's do this right now, and then we'll go into those other ones. So I'm finishing off here real quick with BTC. We're seeing BTC come down into these lower levels again, and expect to see as kind of find some support here. I don't know, how far they're going to push us down into. So we got two areas, like I said. One is going to be that 20 period moving average, which I don't expect to hold. I do expect us to come back down to that 60,000. I'm more bearish until 60,000, and we're going to be tapping like it's hot. The 60,008 SMA period, or 8 period SMA here. That was really hard for me to get out. It was really hard to get it out, blah blah blah. Anyways, okay, so that's interesting. So let's check out some of these other ones that Zach was bringing up. You said Nero, right? Do we have Nero's contract in EIR?
It's you can find in CoinMarketCap NEIRO.
NEIRO. Give me 1 second. Boom. I got this great song in my head, man. I don't want to, every time my brain kind of get, my mouth stops, my brain wants to start humming it. Nero on ETH. First Nero on Ethereum. Which one are we going?
It should have a zillion dollars in liquidity. Jesus pumping that Solana.
Solana.
It's like who was it? Which politician called it Cardano? Oh God, I can't remember.
Floki.
I want to say Biden, but I don't think it was. He doesn't mention those things. It just, well, it might have even been Mr. Trump. I don't remember, but so one of them said it was really funny. And that Cardano thing.
Cardano. That was one that actually did start to pump. How high did it get? I think it was like 100 million or something like that. 100 million.
Oh, they of course they immediately launched Cardano's as meme coins of Cardano because of the Cardano like why won't this program close?
Alrighty then, and market caps is it pretty low here right now? 1.8 milli for the
Hero? That must not be the right one.
Yeah, this is not right. Oh, this is the weekly. I think it might be. Came out in July. Got all the way up. I mean, I went to Nero, Ethereum. It was the highest market cap there was in. Am I spelling it right? NEIRO. Nero. Right? And you can see this is the highest marker here. Right? This has the most market cap on it. Unless we want to go down to Nero ETH, where we could play here.
I thought it was on ETH.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So here we go. We could play this one. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Bark at that crazy guy out that window. All right, so yeah, this one has roughly about the same stuff. Market cap 70.
I have neighbors moving out at the end of the month here. So
go get them, boy. Go get them.
Oh, and it's a problematic neighbor too. It's one of those ones that you've been waiting and you thought the building was going to have to do the eviction process.
Yeah.
And the building that Mr. Striking and I live in Ottawa is a normal building, has a doorman, underground parking. It's in a great location, this type of stuff. You usually don't get people that need to be evicted. And I don't just mean for not paying rent and times are tough. I mean for like late night drug dealing and bad shit and weird people coming in, like sneaking by the security guard and that type of stuff. And like, things that you call the police for. He's been arrested twice here in the building. And all the neighbors are like, get this guy out of here. And thankfully, it's at the end of his lease, and he's voluntarily leaving. I mean, we have we have diplomats and ambassadors that live in this building, and government officials who live out in other parts of Canada, and then when they're in town for Parliament, they live in the building and stuff like that. It's not a place for buffoonery at all.
It sounds like a place to go connect at, and like
I know our security guy here, doorman / security guy, who's also a streamer, I might add. He's not a guy you want to meet in a dark alley. And when he tells somebody something, you listen. I mean, he was one of those intentional hires. Like, let's see, which guy should we take? And like, well, we have some nice resume. No, that guy.
That guy's scary. He's the one. He says stop, you stop.
Right, that guy. That's the guy we want. Because we have outside here. The problem is we have in Canada. They thought it wise to give free drugs to drug addicts. Really, they do that. They give free drugs to drug addicts as safe injection sites. Yeah, and it's like no, that doesn't work. And anyone who ever thought that worked is a complete moron. So now that they get all stoned up for free, and that means there's more of them. They all come, and then they walk around like zombies, like Walking Dead. You got to put the knife in their head, and they just walk into your building and do their business. And so you got to spread, but one of the things they do is they spread the word quickly about stuff. So when someone puts the hurt to them, says you don't come on this property, the word spreads quickly because they don't. if they bad things happen to them, they don't get their daily fix. It's just the dumbest concept ever. Whoever thought of that and allowed it to get I mean, the dumbest concepts ever get people dream up every day. People think of dumb things. But how it got to be acceptable so that the government uses our tax money to buy drugs, hard drugs,
good drugs,
and give them to drug addicts for free.
They hit well. Why don't you give me some weed, bro?
I know. At least hand at least give some more supply to the local hookup guy.
I know, right?
But who thought that's a good plan? I want to meet that first person that said, "Aha, let's give free drugs," and then you'll find out, of course, he was probably a drug addict, and he's in line. I'm getting my free drugs, bitches.
You know what's interesting, dude, is half the time when I think about how people are, how because each culture is different. America's culture, Canada's culture. There are similar situations, right? Like, don't be a dick, and but if you come up to the Northeast, actually being a dick is an art form out here. But apart from that, there's just certain common things. Well, I think one of the things that I think that should have never really taken off here in America, because we have excessive personality disorder. We always want more of something. Whereas I think Europe and other places are more reserved, right? They can sit there. So if you see a culture giving out, not drugs, but they were giving out drugs for a while, right? They actually do something similar, but because
give it out 20 feet from my freaking house. Not 20 feet. We'll say 200 meters.
Right.
230 yards, whatever it is.
But what I'm saying though is that we trying to mirror other cultures and hoping that it's going to work for us or you guys, and it kind of throws everything off. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But jumping back to Nero and drug addicts and the
striking 1900 strike again.
1950 years ago, good old Nero was trying to burn down cities as well. And
I think that's a different Nero.
But in the same sense, we can check out a couple things here. Is this Nero 2 that you just sent me? No,
I sent you the next one, which is
got you.
Kizuna.
Yeah. Kizuna. All right, guys. So check this out here. When it comes down to going down, there's a couple places we could see Nero kind of pop off on. One, we have this area right here. It beeth right here. In case you want to know what beeth means, it means be there. And so here we go.
Word of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Beeth. It beeth. So I expect to see this thing at least come down to here. We could see some type of movement, but the reality is after that, it's a sad story potentially. So we're coming back down to the lows here. So this is the last. This is hold, right? And then if not, then it's kind of coming down to here. We could see something right here, but I don't think so. And so let me give you the price points here. So we got a price point sitting at 0.063 cents, and then we got a 0.05798 cents area. Then after that, we see it coming down to 0.000083 and the 0.00044. So this area here, it would be the next level that I expect to see Nero, the city burner.
Basically coming back down to launch price.
Yeah, and that's a good area. I mean, potentially, I was expecting to see something like this as we came down here to play off this area, and we put this higher or lower high in. This was the lower high. This was the lower low. Man, what is up? I went and bought these. Okay, right here, right here. So the next one should be about right here, and we could see it come back down and go up like that, and then something of that nature there. So yeah, it's in a nutshell for Nero. Now let's check out.
I sent you this one, Kazuna, and the boys on the Breakfast Club, Matasco? Is that the guy that?
Yeah.
Matasco.
He's my dude.
Got in this one early.
Okay, let's check out Matasco. Yeah, he actually hit me up, wanted me to do some TA for him as well, and I forgot, to tell you the truth. Ooh, nice, dude. Nice. Look at that volume coming in. Moving on up to the east side.
Wait, did I send you the right one?
Yeah. Kaizuna?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it came back.
Mm-hmm. Nice little area. You can see how it was communicating and wanted to sell off. So it plays well with TA. Am I logged into this one? Yep. Boom. And then let's go ahead and close that.
While Pedro's doing that and thanking everybody watching on X, our X crowd is doing nicely today, but you're not giving us any comments. You got to click through to that broadcast screen, and then over on the right-hand side, or if you're on mobile, it's underneath, I believe. There's a comment section. Drop us some comments. Shill your token. Bring your community. Rate our comment section.
Please do.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming in. That 35 there. Appreciate those views. All right, guys. So check this out. We're actually above the 50 period moving average. We saw some selling coming in at the first of the week, which is actually I always like to see, right? Selling coming at the first of the week, which means buying by the end of the week. We're playing off of that 8 daily period moving average here, and I expect to see us kind of come down a little bit further. Maybe coming back down to this area here to pick up buyers. And that would be that a ton of zeros, 799. And then, I mean, what is that? Like, my eyes can't see that. That's 2.
I can't see those.
Or, yeah, I just call it a ton of zeros, whatever it is. But see it kind of come down to this level here and then see a nice little pump. So that would be about that 8 period moving average. And it's exciting to see the 8 and 20 cross here as we start to move higher. So that actually would be something that we could sit there and play over the week. Now let's check out that monthly. So you can see here that the monthly 8 did act as resistance up into this level here. Saw the sell-off come down into this monthly zone here to the T. That is impressive. Look at that, to the T. And in crypto, that's very rare. So that right there is definitely, I don't know who's trading this, but they're definitely using zones. And
Pluto Bollock in the house. We'll get to your question in just a minute, Pluto Bollock. And Pedro's done with some other things.
Mr. Pluto Bollock. I like that name. That sounds just like a dope
Appreciate
name.
it. Appreciate for joining us. Feel free to let us know how you found our stream. Or not.
Whatever you feel. Listen, if you want to tell us where you would like to be or where you're coming from as well, we'd love to have that. All right, so you can see here, this one is definitely bounced off that monthly zone here, and then we came off of that zone, found support, and then for a few weeks, and then you can then see here that it just kind of exploded, which is awesome. So that big explosion there, I wonder, what was that good news? Do we know what happened, why that popped off? But there are definitely buyers coming in right here. Let's check out the 2 hour here. Yeah, those are real buyers. One more, let me give me an hour. Give me that hour chart. No, that's not good. All right, so that's still good. We just had a big sell-off here. So somebody obviously made a ton of cash. There, let me check how many X's that they would have been in on.
Just while you're doing that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on the other computer over here. I'm going over anonymously, checking out Rumble and seeing where they put our stream, our live stream.
Oh yeah.
And you should see the wonderful journalism that they put ahead of us.
Oh yes. Let's check this out here real quick. The lows here are. Oh wow, this looks like it was a complete stealth launch. Or yeah. Look at that. Wow. That thing pumped. Yeah, somebody made a lot of money off of this. I mean, this thing got.
Yep, and you can see right where they sold it too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm right up in this level here. But I mean,
Plutobolic says, I just came across your show and it popped up. Lots of laughs. Good show. Thank you for your time and your knowledge. We're a daily crypto talk show. We talk about the markets, meme coins. Tomorrow is Technical Tuesday. We go over all the charts for the main projects out there. Wednesdays and Thursdays, we do lots of talk, opinion, rambling on, and charts and stuff like that. And Fridays, we do a Twitter space. X space is called Full Rant Friday. And our channel here has a number of other shows on it too, including a new podcast we just launched called The Crypto Swamp Creatures that will be on 2 or 3 times a week following this show. And is all about the viewpoint. There's like 2 guys in ties. Suit and tie.
Oh yeah,
we're talk about Washington D.C. and the confluence of politics and regulation. That's a really good show, which will soon outstrip this one in viewers and interest by 1,000-fold.
We hope. We want to see that thing bump like it's hot. Like it's hot.
Yes, Kenzuna pumped hard.
Yeah,
it certainly did.
Absolutely. Now, let's check this out here real quick as we're coming back down. So now, if we want to see it hold here off of this daily 8 for today. The fact is, though, is that I'm sitting there. We might not. So these are a few things that I would look for a pullback in to get in on it. So you can see up here at that 766 area, 799, 800 area to the 707-ish area, which is right here. And you can see the confluence of the 100, the 50-day period moving average, as well as the 89. So that is screaming of an area that there would definitely be buyers sitting there. And so I would expect to see a nice little pullback either into the 20 or this area here, because this is just screaming to me that, hey, look, we like this project. We definitely have interest in it. You can see how we're seeing sellers pull back, but it could kind of do this as it comes down and then come down, tap that area, and then see it again. Boom. So it's definitely I like this project the way it looks.
Boom, boom.
Right. And then there's really no resistance until, honestly, the highs here. The highs are at, and I mean, there's really no resistance at all. Let me guess this could be it. I'll put these in just in case. And I think what these are going to be more like take profit areas versus actually sell off areas. So it will be put in higher highs at these levels. Look, see, but I didn't even look at that. Look, we hit this area right here perfectly. And then now this is going to come down, put a higher low in. And then we should see it continue up into these higher levels. Potentially the peak here, we could see something act as resistance here. I'm actually going to put this in here, right here, but we'll say right here. do this, and then again, these will just be areas that people can take profit at, and so
Ditango says, "Can you check out Mainnet Z?" We will put that on the list to check out a little bit later in this run here.
All right, guys. So you can see here that we hit this right here. We came up, pop, zone, boom, came back down. Potentially a couple areas here to pull back. Then we could see this thing come up into this level here, right? And this level incorporates all of this here, okay? And then play off potentially like this and see it go up, or we see it do this. Boom, boom.
What's I can't see it on the screen. What's Kazuna's symbol? Is it just Kazuna?
Yeah, so it's basically Kizuna.
Kizuna.
Yeah. Kai, I think it's Kaizuna, as in Kaizen.
Like that.
Yeah. What's it, Kaizen, which is always progressing, in Japanese, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so right here you can see it come in and then see this potentially go even higher up into these levels here until we hit the peak. Just realized that was behind my head, so I will do that again. All right, guys, here you go. So this is what I expect to see. So it's for us to come back down, find some support, come in, pop off of here at the zone here, and then see it potentially do this type of thing, and then come up even higher. And this is something like what we could see potentially. And I think at every point here, you could see, well, that should have been right here. I was wondering what happened there. Okay, and I'll draw this here just so that I can make it clearer. There we go. That should have been there. Yeah, there we go. And let's go ahead and remove that.
AI Alpha Wolf, I think it's my supposition here that you are about 5 minutes behind on the live feed. AI Wolf says the Swamp Creature show is a good one to watch. It is. I don't know what their next episodes are yet. They've recorded them. I'll be posting them this week. But they did do a couple pilot episodes, trial episodes, of which one of them I was just editing and I'm going to put out here also. And they have a really interesting opening to the show in which they talk about, they go through a Wall Street Journal article that has different brands and whether those brands are identified with Democrat or Republican. And it's like a quiz. And it's pretty interesting. And then they go into talking about Trump's World Liberty Coin and all that. It's very an interesting show. But that one will be out on as well during a week when they don't, since it's a pilot episode, I'll put it out in a week when they don't have original content. And Pedro Garcia in the house. Wait, yes, he's in the box above me, and he's in the comment screen. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't get away from this guy at all.
I know, right?
All right, that's Kazuna, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit some of the. Let's do a couple of viewer things right now while we got the viewers
out here. Yeah,
we got GSB, Kendu, and Mainnet Z to go over.
Let's check it.
And of course, for those of you that want some alpha, if you guys want it, we're gonna drop some alpha from a listener here in a little bit. Alpha, I have not vetted. And none of this shit I have vetted. Don't buy it. You're going to lose all your money. We're not financial advisors. Just remember that.
Yes. All right. So let's go over here real quick. Let's check out. You said something. Which one was it? GSB? GSB?
Yeah. GameStop bets.
Alrighty, here we go. GameStop bets. Check it out. Let's see where they're at. Okay. Oh, you've had some good buys coming in. Looks like these might be. All right.
And I have it right this time, right? I have it. It's GameStop bets, not Game Street bets.
Here we are. Yeah.
Only took me about 3 shows to get that right.
GameStop.
Hamana, what's going on there? Oh, you have the date. What do you have, the weekly chart on or something?
Yep, I have the weekly chart. Yep. So we definitely came up. I think we talked about this area here as resistant levels. You can see here, we came in, hit resistance. Now we're seeing a bit of a sell-off on the daily chart. You've got a couple areas. Like I've talked about this area here. Sitting. Right? I like this area here. And then I talked about this supply area coming in, acting as supply. And so it'll probably come back down into this area right here where we'll see buyers and potentially sellers coming in. So meaning as we come down, sellers will push this down until we come into the buyer area. This should give me, there we are. Let's do this. Nice. Okay. Boom. So yeah, I like this area here coming down into these. We've got these lower levels where we're coming down into, so you can pick up some of the SB. That would be Golf Sierra Bets / Bravo, Johnny Bravo. Yeah, baby. So check it out here. Our biggest concern that we want to be paying attention to is this, is that we want to see it create a pattern that it can break. If we are having just crazy here, this to me as a trader, I want to stay away from this, right? I want to see a trend potentially start to develop so I can jump in on. So this is my only concern in relationship to this. The buying and selling that is being done here, it shows me one, it might be being manipulated in a sense, right? Where people are coming in and trying to position certain things. And so that does concern me. But apart from that, it's just kind of going sideways here until we come down to that 13 to 9 cent area here. So that's where I stand on this GSB. But you guys, it looks like you guys are doing a lot of work on GSB. It looks like you guys are trying to get it out there through advertisement and community involvement, which is huge. I always say for any type of coin out there, your biggest asset is your community, because one,
absolutely
fighting for their coin, but two, also that's your community is the community that goes out and really shills your project and gets more investors. So if you guys stay strong on your community, GSB strong, baby, I expect to see this to the moon. All right. So
I have one more little news about GSB. GSB on Wednesday.
Okay.
A gentleman from GSB, or gentle ladies, I don't know, are going to be on the show here.
Yes.
For about 10 minutes to talk about their project and get themselves a little video action to use on social media and get the word out about their project. It is not a sponsored spot or anything like that. They've been good to us by bringing the viewers and spreading the word about our show. So I just asked them, I said, hey, why don't you guys come on the show for a little bit, talk about your project as a thanks for helping get our viewership up. Appreciate it. And so stay tuned for that. Wednesday, learn all about GameStop and hear from the devs themselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Doom, 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 doom. All right. Anyways.
Drops to
okay, so next. All right, so what are we doing next here? Who's
there's Kendu.
Kendu. Let's check out the Kendu. Kendu.
Kendu guys gave me grief for posting in their room. Even though they came on here and they're like, yeah, post in our room. Yeah, let us know. It's been great. Then I posted the show schedule in the room and they're like, hey, that's banned. You can't do that. I'm like, but you guys said I could. They're like, only if it's Kendu related. But today I posted it and said, we're going to go over Kendu. I can't go back on my word today.
Okay, cool. Well, Kendu here is hitting our area of supply. We're consolidating here, which is really interesting. We did come in, we put a 1-to-1 ratio here. So you can see here that, let's pull this up here. It was a 1-to-1 trade here. We're hitting that 50 period movement. It's finding a lot of resistance at this level with that 50 period as it comes down. The key is I want to see buyers stepping in, which is really important here for me. Give me 1 second. Where's my 30-minute? Why can't I? Boom. 30-second. 30-minute. Alrighty. Okay, so you can see here as we're coming down, we are seeing a pickup in supply and sellers here. Then we push back up. A nice little defense on that 8 period as it came up. All right, Kendu, what are you guys doing here?
Let's see, let me catch up on the things. I'm going to finish my travel, says Pinto. He's also a hard-working man here. He's working 9 jobs every day, launching cryptocurrencies, managing a community. Joe Western says, can't wait for wins. Christoph says, I finally can participate in your show. And I would give the holler out right now, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't because my thing is out right now, but I'll just go, ah!
Yeah!
Woo! Thank you very much for the super chat. 10 Polish zlotys, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. It adds to the mix. Thank you for donating generously to our show. We really appreciate it. Every little amount that people send, whether it's 10 zlotys or 50 million South African rands or whatever they are, they all count. They all help. What they do the most is they, as I say, allow Pedro to buy more beer. And no, just kidding. They allow Pedro and I to get this show out on a regular basis, and they keep the lights on. But also, it lets the YouTube algorithm know that, hey, these guys are someone that the viewers really respect, and they provide good information. That's the most important thing about that. So I really appreciate it. Oh, that's right. I remember now. Christoph, Mr. Pinto, is a crazy man. He's absolutely batshit crazy. You know why? He's one of those guys that goes up to the top of windmills and builds them. Like, all the way up there. He's probably also one of the guys that services, like, cell towers and radio towers, too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Once you get those tower climbing certificates and ratings and stuff, you can do a lot of things that people will pay crazy people to do.
That is cool.
You know what else is crazy? Launching crypto. That's what's also crazy. So, good job, Pinto. You got it all.
So, wait. So, I got to wait. So, as he's communicating with us, he says at times he's at work.
Right.
He's literally on a 1,000-foot tower as he's sitting there doing. He's like, "Oh yeah, dude, you've got to post a picture of you doing this, dude, and being like, hey, check it out, dude, in the community, dude. I got it. That is ballsy, like for reals, like big time." Let's finish off here with Kendu.
What's going on with Kendu here?
All right, so I'm seeing a little bit of sellers starting to step in. They're really trying to push it up here. So I hope I'm wrong. But you can see here we're seeing lower highs. And we're consolidating where we could see something that kind of looks like this, right? You can see how it's kind of playing that. So I'd expect to see either a consolidation where it plays, right? And hopefully it explodes up. And we see this thing to the moon.
Hey, Pedro, give me another 2 or 3 minutes analysis of Kendu here. I was just in their room.
Okay.
And a couple of guys couldn't find the link that was only 10 messages above them, so I had to repost it.
Yes, it happens. Definitely. All right, so we see a couple things here with Kendu. One, you got that hour chart going in because they're seeing some good volume come in recently. Back here, you saw a nice little sell-off at that level here. And so I'm like, again, I've talked about, I do like it down at this lower level here, or a big push up and then a come back in a buy area. You never want to necessarily see a God candle because they can get shredded through. I like to see a nice higher high, higher low, higher high, higher lows, which shows me there's real volume, there's real buyers and sellers coming in. So if I'm a big trader and I want to get in, I know I can get in and get out without being really hurt, right? And in additionally to that, if I want to become part of that community hardcore and really start to dollar cost average, I know that if I'm coming in and I'm buying at a lower level, I have volume or I have liquidity for me to buy into, right? So that if I'm not sitting there and I'm buying, all of a sudden I create a God candle myself and I'm like, crap, right? And all of a sudden now my dollar cost averaging, which I wanted down at this level, right, is now all the way up at here. So that's really important to be able to see. So if I'm seeing good volume coming in as it's trading, right, like liquidity is 1.3 mil, you guys are at 59 mil market cap, it would definitely be one of those things I want to see volume on a daily basis. And let's say the 400,000, 500,000, potentially even $1 million market cap. If you're in a million, millions of dollars being traded back and forth on it. So that's definitely an area that I'm definitely looking at. So that would be, we could see a couple things that happen here. One, right, we can see it come back. We saw that we had supply at this level here. So we came in, tapped it, sold off a little, right? Originally, we hit this area here. We kind of sold, put in a lower high from this higher low. So this is a lower low here from this lower high, right? This lower low went to a lower low here. This became a higher low here once this came in. So the fact is that I'm seeing lower lows here. Why am I messing this all up right now? Because I see a higher low at these levels here and lower lows. I would expect to gauge that this is going to continue down. Now, of recent, you can see right here, you guys have more volume coming in, which is really green volume in particular, which means you guys have buyers stepping in. So I want to sit there and say, okay, how far does it go down to? Boom. Yep, there's definitely real buyers sitting there. Let me check out that 15. It's more, there's one or two of these buyers sitting here. I'm actually seeing more sellers step in at these levels here. So let's check up recent. Yeah, there's definitely more sellers. So yeah, what I think is what's going to happen is you're going to see a typical sell-off here, which isn't bad, right? Because I'm looking for it to come back down into these lower levels so I can pick up a lot, right? And then to see it, and then in hopes that this thing is going to create a new high up in these higher levels for myself, right? Like buying at these lows so I can see this thing at least come up to that 00021 area. So that's what I'm going.
All right.
Yeah.
Kendu's got a little work for him, but I was just in the room talking to a few people, and they have apparently some scheduled or unscheduled buyback and burns coming.
Okay.
There's a couple of exchanges that are running, as they say, running low on tokens, and they're anticipating buys coming up from that. So some good fundamental things happening behind the scenes. However, one of the things always to remember, everybody, is that the market prices everything in. And if the word is out about things, generally the market prices those in. So don't bet your shorts on it. But Pedro, I'm going to thank you everyone from Kendu. I really appreciate your attention, allowing me to post in your room and coming over to watch too. We got a few viewers out of that. Appreciate it. Also appreciate everyone that we've had a number of viewers now on Rumble. So appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be seeing some more shows specifically designed for Rumble in the crowd over there soon. And also I want to say that Pinto is a crazy MFer. You know why, Pedro?
Why?
Because here's the picture.
Dude, shut up.
Yeah. I'll pose with him.
Dog, that is real, bro. That is nuts. Yo.
I look like I'm almost half my shirt out.
Dude, that man needs to come to America. America.
We're building. Europe is building these things like crazy, but right in two places where I live, we have these massive wind farms too.
Mm.
I wonder if he knows. You know what? There's a famous streamer out there, and she's a Polish truck driver. She is a Polish truck driver, and she's the one that brings in these blades and the bodies and installs them, or not installs them, but from a crane level, from a trucking level. She brings them to the crane, then the crane puts them up, and then these guys do weird things on top of it. And she has a great. She in fact came to Canada and did trucking for a while. She's got like 1 million viewers because she's a female truck driver and does cool stuff. But I don't remember her name. It's a Polish name, so I won't remember it. But let me pose with these guys.
That is awesome.
Somebody screen capture that.
Give me 1 second. Boom. I've got it. Why isn't this? No, that's not helping.
The belt's up here. Got it. Woo!
Yeah, and it's okay. Yep, that didn't work out well.
Didn't get it? Let's try again.
No, it's not. Okay, let's try. I'm trying to blow. There, you're up. Okay, and it's so pixely. I'm gonna try it. We'll see. No,
I've got it on the live stream anyway.
Okay, yeah, you good point. You could just sit there and do that. It's so pixely for whatever reason. Actually, it's clear now as day. But it was so pixely. I was like, "What's going on?" Here, go back there.
Time.
Yeah, there we are. Boom. Hold on to that. Okay, there we go. Boom. There we are. Okay. Here it goes. And then we're going to hit that. I'm going to post that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Space Cat joining us.
What's up?
Sorry for getting here late, guys. Tried to sleep in due to the night shift.
Oh, that hurts.
I'm in the gym now listening to us. So if you were watching the feed right now, you would see the one of the devs from GameStop Bets standing on top of a windmill. Like the crazy person he is.
Dang Goku. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Yeah, he wants to see Mainnet Z. So let's
let's check out Mainnet.
Let's see what Mainnet Z is up to. See if we've not been hot on Mainnet Z after a year ago being hot on them, but maybe they've made some changes.
Hopefully, that would be nice. All right, let's check these guys out. And I've got you giant. How do you get out of the giant screen?
Escape.
Yeah, it's not wanting to work.
Alt tab. I don't know.
Maybe.
Which screen is it? Is it the studio feed?
Yes, studio feed. All right, but it's not that big of a deal.
It's in the corner somewhere. You got to move your mouse over the corner, and there's the little full screen button somewhere in one of the corners.
And
Plutobolic, that's right. Thank you for reminding us about Clark. Do you have a contract address for that? I don't know what Clark is. So if you've got a contract address, send it to me. You can't drop links in the comments here, but you can drop a contract address.
Why is it? All right, I don't got time for this. Okay, so we're gonna be doing which one was it? That dog can bark so loud and it echoes. You know, like
it's the loudest thing on the history of the earth.
Dude, that thing is like I love pups, bro. I'm all about them dogs, like right, and let them do their thing, dude. Even the small ones, man. The small ones are vicious, dude. Don't mess with them, dude. I've been bitten multiple times by those small little guys, and even had one almost get infected, right? So they can do their thing. But man, they can bark, dude. It's like that blaring, like bark, bark, bark. You're like, ooh, chill, dude. Right? But hey, it's all good. Let's talk about that meme coin you were pulling up that you were talking to me about. What was it?
No, we were gonna go to Mainnet Z.
Oh, Mainnet Z, that's what it was. Boom. Let's check this out here. Excuse me. I just totally sneezed. My bad. World.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Striking got home. That's why the dog was so happy.
Oh yeah, Miss Striking is home.
Mrs. Striking says, yes, you both were wagging your tails that I was home. Meaning the dog and me. I was like, okay, yes.
There you go. Okay. Where is this? What is the acronym or that symbol?
Net Z.
Net.
Oh, it's not going to be on that. You just got to go to.
I thought I had it on it. Oh, that's what I
got
did.
it somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't remember where you have it. You got it somewhere.
Net Z.
Tangu says mainnet Z has some big updates, a marketplace bridge. We have an institution teaching about it. Pedro, I listened to a Spaces yesterday, and this is relevant to what mainnet Z or Tango just said about teaching it. They have one of the California public universities is using mainnet Z as an example in a class to teach about modern blockchain and that type of stuff. And if you recall, a while ago, we had Jimmy Lenz from Duke University in their engineering department talking about the blockchains that they teach about. And they have a master's class in financial engineering. And also Duke University not only treats financial products like this as in blockchain as an engineering degree, but Duke also has this thing called Duke in DC. It's their lobbying arm, and they actually have a huge presence in the Washington DC area in political sphere for promoting blockchain, promoting cryptography, cryptocurrency usage, adoption, stablecoins, all that type of stuff, and it's a big thing for Duke University, and they're getting a lot of top level students to go there. And when people graduate from their programs, they go right into the banks, making $300,000 a year. They're big jobs. And yesterday, I listened to a Spaces in which a guy from the Duke Law School for 4 hours talked about how crypto and blockchain is useless, and crypto is everything in crypto is a scheme, Ponzi scheme, and a scam. I found it quite interesting. I mean, Duke is not a big school. It's not like a Big Ten university or something like that. It is that is 50,000 students. It's got 10,000, and not even 10,000, probably 6,000 students or something like that. And so everyone knows each other. And here they have part of the university saying how awesome blockchain is, how great it is, and how their graduates are all getting hired by the big banks and all that for this huge money. And the other side, in their law school, they have someone saying that everything's a scam, even Bitcoin scam, and it's useless. And the irony about this, and you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. And he's adamant about it. Adamant. It doesn't matter whoever came up with what story is. He's like, nope, just invest in mutual funds, be done with it. And he is best friends with Scaramucci. They literally, he's telling the story. He said, we grew up together. We've known each other since they were like 8 years old. We grew up together. And he said, we were just on a show together talking about it, arguing about this. And he said, we talk about it all the time. Scaramucci literally has his business, in digital assets.
But it's hilarious, dude. That's honestly, I love that though. The fact is that, like you said, I do. And the reason why is to have a different of a view of somebody who is so scathingly against your view, right? And he can bring up, dude, that only sharpens your view on it. To have somebody who's going to be a brother and that's going to sharpen you, boom, like, dude, and what about this? What about that? What about that? And you're like, actually, I didn't think about that. You're right. I mean, that is, like I'll look at that and go, that's a good friend. I absolutely love that. I love that. I'm looking for, why can't I find mainnet Z Certic? Where's your guys's contract? Normally it's right here, right? Markets. About. No. Okay, I don't know why I can't find your guys's. Am I tripping? Am I not? Is it there? I just can't see it. The chain explorers mainnet Z. You there, bud?
I'm here.
Yeah, I can't. Do you see it? What is their contract? I used to have it here, and now
I only ever look at it on CoinMarketCap and on or on an exchange.
I used to have. I know I had a bunch of.
Well, that's NetZ.
So
What's that price?
Yeah, give me my chart here real quick. Crypto NetZ. Is it nets?
It's just NETZ. NetZ. They're on a number of exchanges.
Crypto.
Oh, good lord, why can't we find this? This is one of the problems we have with NetZ. It's not on... Even after all this time, they're not on Dex Tools. Right? Tengu, are they on Dex Tools? If you can't easily find them.
Yeah, you do lose a lot of people. Are just like, all right, next, because there's so
All right,
many.
let's move on from that page. Or someone send us the contract address or the chart for NetZ, and we'll go over it. But we've gone over it before. I don't know why it's disappeared.
Boom. Ooh. Ouch. No, this isn't it. Or is it? Xenu. USD.
Xenu's its symbol is only NETZ. The only symbol they have.
Any
The Xenu is the original NFT project that they had first.
Let's see. Mainnet Z. Okay, let's try this one here. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't pull it up here. If somebody wants to send us the contract, that'd be great, so I can pull it up. I just don't want to go over something that it's not it. Let's go ahead.
I'm on their website, and it's not even obvious from the front page.
Yeah, they got to be the first thing, because when somebody wants to buy, they don't care. They're like, I want to buy. They need their dopamine hit. So. Speaking of drug addicts.
All right, let's just move on. Let's ditch that one, Pedro.
For now. But we'll come back to it if you guys can get us some stuff. All right, let's go into the next one. Let's hit up. We were talking about
Plutonic wanted to hear about Clark, but I don't know if we got any information about Clark, whether please tell me it's related to Clark Griswold. That would be the greatest thing ever.
That would be the best. Does anybody know
about Clark? Plutonic, if you're out there, drop us a contract address or get us the information somewhere about Clark.
Those are the best movies, 80 movies. If y'all haven't seen,
man, they are just the best.
The Lampoon vacation movies. I remember as a kid, like watching the one when he was. This has actually happened on multiple, but the one that I remember is when they were going to was it Wally World?
That's National Vacation, the original one.
Yeah. And I remember there's the girl, the blonde bombshell driving.
Christy Brinkley?
Yes. Dude.
That was such a funny scene.
Dude, that was like...
All right, I dropped Clark into your DMs there, Pedro. I got it.
I see.
Clark is known as the Bitcoin's first dog.
Dude, what is up? Okay, it's about.
And it's on Solana. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay, let's try. If you could restructure that again, I am one of these days going to buy when I'm out and about a still camera. But until then, you gotta work here with me. So you just sent that to me, correct? Yeah, it's right here. There we are.
Desi says, bro, can pay my gas fee for withdrawal. I don't know which comment that was referring to. Diggs, by the way, 7. Diggs says, "Hi, what's up? Welcome, Diggs. Thanks for joining the show. Really appreciate it.
What up, Diggs?
Coming to us on Twitch. Thanks.
Glad to have you, brother.
Diggs, for commenting on Twitch. Really appreciate it.
All right. Okay. Good little push here. The increase in volume. Nice. It's fresh. Okay. Boom. Okay. And where would I want to get in at if I was to get in? Right here. Play. Definitely, this is potentially the area in which I'm looking to get in on. If I was to get in on this level, let's pull this. Now, what is this? What is this organization? The problem that concerns me is like look at this. And maybe am I seeing wrong? I don't know if I'm not, but it's 2 days in, and the volume is 1.5 mil, but the market cap is 500. Like 500,000. Am I tripping there, or am I not? Because normally it's the opposite. Normally you see, liquidity, and that was the other thing. You have 20% liquidity locked up, right? So that's another thing. Like, look at that. That's crazy.
Well, they had some serious volume in the first couple hours of trading there. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's real. The fact that it's already at 500,000 there. That looks sexy. I mean, and I don't know if I'm like tripping, because that 1.5 mil, like that's
a lot. You know what? I bet you we can read into that is that there were lots of selling by people that had some good wallets, but they sold on the volume, meaning that when volume was coming in, they sold. So the chart really didn't go down so much or at all. But it cranked up the volume, but the market cap really didn't pump because of. I
don't know. I mean, dude, it did almost a 10x here.
It's behind us again.
Oh, forgive me. You can see here, man. Look, it came. I mean, the lows is. What is that? I mean, am I tripping? Is that really? I like it like that. She working that back. Okay, so let's pull that.
What's quickly? What's the ratio of liquidity to market cap there? Liquidity, 100,000 market. Oh, that's good.
15%,
20%.
Yeah, 15-20%. That's what I was saying. I was like, I didn't know if I was like seeing it right. I was like, am I wrong? Is that really 15%? I mean, you're lucky if it's like 1%, right? So it's like I'm looking at that going like. Doeth my eyes deceive me? Doth my eyes deceive me? There we go. Boom, boom, boom. We play it. I have my ith in my vernacular right now, so I'm trying to sound smarteth. Alrighty. Okay, so look, this is good. I mean,
I think Pedro's getting to get some good data from this chart.
Bounced off a nice little.
I don't mean the day chart.
So it literally had 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 0, 1, 2, 8 at the lows, and then
I'm gonna be right back.
I was in soy. Dang it, soy's taking off. Oh, I knew I should have got in before the show. Like I was like, my gut was telling me get in just before the show, and It doth moveth on the shore. I knew it. Sorry. The reason why my phone keeps falling here is because I'm part of a trading group, and that trading group is like, everyone, when the market's moving on my phone's like zzz, 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 and then it moves the phone, and the phone droppeth, and y'all are like, dude, Pedro, what's the deal, bruh? So that is my baddeth. Anyhow, let's jump back into what we were talking about. All right, so I doth like this immensely. The reason is because you've got good volume over the last 2 days, a good little pullback here, but the pullback is really not a lot of sellers. I mean, compared to movement, you potentially could see this baby pick some steam up here and see it move. You want to, like, it's still fairly new here, so you want to be looking for, let me put my indicator up. We came down, good little sell-off. Saw buyers stepping in, boom, 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 buyers. A lot of sellers though, right up in this level. We see it come up. I want to see it come down a little bit further. We have been. All right, guys. Well, got you, Tom. A-okay. Roger that. Goose is talking to me.
I didn't mean like in the next second here.
No, I know what you're saying. No, I got you.
I didn't. Mrs. Striking just pointed out that I have an important engagement coming up here.
Oh, cool. Well, I pray to y'all get married.
And I didn't realize that we'd been on 2 hours already.
Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, it's been.
It's been a good meme coin Monday.
Yes, sir. We have been moving crazy throughout the day. Okay.
Have you been reading Shakespeare again or something?
I actually have. I was Taming of the Shroom. I don't have
much time left.
Okay, yeah. That was one of my favorite. Is it Shrew or Shroom? I always mess that up.
Taming of the Shrew, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. Taming of the Shrew, and I love it, dude. I've also been going over the Greeks, classics of philosophy. Anyhow, let's focus here. So the fact is that as we're bouncing off of this 8-period moving average, you can see right here that we're definitely starting to like play off of it. My only issue is that this push up here, you see how we're seeing a lot of sellers come in as we're moving up. To me, that potentially is a sign that it could reverse back. But what I want to bring up though is even among the big sells, right, we see a decent amount of buyer volume here. So look for that. Let me see which. Oh, it's still fairly new. So there we are. That's what we're hitting. We're hitting that 4-hour 8-period moving average here. It should push through this. This is what it should. So I'd expect.
Was this a pump.fun token that beat it out of pump and onto Radium?
Shut up! Get out of here!
I'm not sure, but it's on Radium and it's a Solana thing. So let me know if this was a pump.fun.
That's fire. That means it has a real community, and that thing is about to get moving. So look, you can see how as the market was dropping down, look how we're seeing the volume decrease here. So like that right there.
Yes, it was pump.fun breakout.
I look at it, and you can see the push up of the green candles there. That's nice.
That's why the volume. Now we know the rest of the story.
I like it like that. Look at that right there. Boom. Come on. Why? Oh, that would be the reason why. Boom. Look. So I'd expect to see this thing potentially pushing up even more volume. I mean, if this thing's already got a commitment, this thing's already pushing, everybody kind of knows about it. This is going to be a meme play. People are going to be like, Clark, let's go. Right? Pump it up. Pump it up. All right. So yeah, you can, this might act as some resistance here up at this level, but you want to make sure that we get through that 8-period moving average right here. We'll probably most likely get through it. Make sure you're following that. I think it was on the hour chart when I was looking. Was it hour? Yeah, that 8-period. We want to stay above this 8-period, and then that 5 and 15 here. You can see that, or that 15-period moving average. We're finding support on that 8. So look, be paying attention to that. But yeah, this thing looks sexy. It does look sexy. So hey, there we go. Okay, so that's in a nutshell, my friend. Give it up to Clark. Clark made it out of the womb strong. Good job. That's
Ditango says mainnet does not have a contract to address its entire blockchain. No, we know that, but we were looking for, just like BNB and Solana, they're all blockchains. They have their token price too.
Yeah.
And we had the chart up before. I can't remember where we grabbed it from because it was up and analyzed it.
Yep.
Anyway, I get your point, Ditango. We'll do a better job of that in the future. Maybe we'll for sure hit it up on Technical Tuesday and bring some actual commentary instead of just Pedro and I buffooning around with it. Pedro, a lot of good stuff coming up, and his phone falls once again.
Yep. Well, the market's moving, and so everybody in my trading community is like, "Bro, get in here and trade." I'm like,
so is it causing your phone to vibrate and then it moves because it's vibrating?
Yes. And so everybody's being, you got traders. They're all crazy. I don't know a normal trader. I don't. No. Like there's a good trader. I don't know a normal good trader. They are all like extreme dudes. Like let's go.
And not only that, first of all, because they're that type of personality and risk takers, but two, they're the first work at home people. And they work at home and they trade 24 hours a day in the little box in little room of theirs, and eventually they just go nuts. And they've had 50,000 cokes and whatever anything else.
Let's go. Yeah.
And they get a little bonkers because of it. That's my opinion of it. And the rest of the world that's trying to just work from home soon, you're going to see government employees soon going like this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got a good shows all week for you today. We're going to have some new episodes of the Crypto Swamp Creatures coming up.
Yeah.
They recorded some new stuff that will be out Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday following our show. Obviously, we have our show as well coming up. So we got a lot of content coming out and a lot of good stuff. So everyone, Pedro and I hope that you all join us. Thanks to everyone that came in. Thanks to the Can Do crowd. Thanks to the GSB crowd. Thanks to Plutonic for bringing up Clark. That's an interesting fund for us to watch. Thanks for finding us. Go back in the video, find a screenshot of us going over Clark, or DM me on Telegram, striking_balls, and I'll send you a screen capture of it and post it in their room and show them that they need to come watch our show. Crypto OGs, Crypto G says, great show, gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As always, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. So glad to have hosted another episode of DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. So we will see you tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat place. Be there.